unedited. You already know what it is. Live, uncut. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell the truth and shame the devil. All right, all right, all right. That's where we at, people. This is where we at. That's where we at, people. Live, uncut, unedited. That's where we at. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, people. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. This is live, uncut, unedited. You already know what it is. All right. India Baker. What's going on, Miss India Baker? How you doing? How you doing? Franklin McLeod. All right. Candy Apple. Hey, friend. Bobby Mitchell, Knoxville, Tennessee. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Franklin McLeod. What's up, Mr. Martin? That's right. Michelle Richardson. What's up, Michelle? What's up, brother? What's up to what's tonight? Man, we finna have it ball. Miss was Aviel Johnson. Aviel Johnson. I'm tuning until the fight come on. Okay, no problem. Appreciate you. Franklin McLeod. My volume is low. All right. It does that sometime. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. I hope that's better. 1 2 1 2. I hope that's better. Peggy, what's going on? What's good? Brother Eddie, what's up, man? Juliana White, what's going on? What's going on? Doretha Glass, what's going on? Vicky, Trina Wilson, Jules Smith, what's going on? Monique McCoy, Monique McGee, greetings. JJ Isha, oh, they calling already. All right, the Lisha. All right. Michelle Scott. What's going on? I see you. I see you. Beverly Hudson. What's going on? K.L. Adams Sr. Okay. All right. Yes, sir, brother. Got you. Stephen. What's going on? Elk Grove Village in the house. Deborah Singleton. I love that name too. Vanessa Mooney. Eric, what's up? Bevlo. Vicky Gavin, Karen Winslow, Cheryl Bakley. All right. That's right. Nevada in the house. Doretha Glass, I see you. I had to show my baby daddy some of the last night live, a lot of education, level-headed conversation. Appreciate you. Thank you. Cheryl Blakely. All right. Kevin Thomas, family. I see you. Mika. This lady just got robbed right in front of me on 109th and Halsey. I hope you called the police. All right. Nathan LaFair. All right. What's up, Martin? I hope you have a good show tonight and don't get off the rails like last night. Well, sometime it's live uncut. Raymond Ivory. You had to address Miss Tanya White. What's going on, Tanya? I see you. Ashley Johnson here. Okay. What's the topic tonight? It's up on his post-it. Tracy, Wiley Thomas, Leslie Brown. What's up, Leslie? Somebody said just leaving the Texas Rangers baseball game. They will stumble the athletics. Hold on, Carl. I'll be right with you. Alpha League A's had out of like to 19-3 before. Man, my God, that's a slaughter. Prince Taylor Barnes. All right. Rebecca Ann Scott Stevens. Nisha Thomas Taylor. Jimmy Dean. What's going on? Lewis Ramsey. All right. Okay, caller 847. Where you calling from? Caller. Chicago. Okay. All right. You know what you want to say? Valerie Jenkins, what you want to talk about, bro? Big bro.
Why the crime is not going down? Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Do you live in Chicago? Huh?
Yes.
South side, west side, north side? What
South.
area? Huh? What area you in, sir?
South.
South. Okay. Okay. Now, I need you
It's
to.
like a delayed
It,
talk for
okay.
some reason.
Okay. Reason why it's a delay, that means you need to turn your Facebook down all the way off or turn it down where you can listen to me. You still can watch it, but turn it down where you can't hear it. It won't be no delay. That's how you got to do that.
I turned that all the way off.
Perfect. Now, how's the delay now?
It's still kind of delayed when I talk.
Okay. Do you got me on speakerphone? That'll do it too. Speakerphone, Bluetooth,
No.
and yeah. I don't know why it's delayed or something. Okay. Well, we'll try to work it out. Now, you want to know why crime, Christian Eberhard. Okay. All right. Tomorrow. Okay. Let me ask you a question. What do you think crime supposed to do? Get better because of the new mayor? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, honestly, no, because I definitely don't care too much about this new mayor. I
Okay.
like Lori Lightfoot.
Okay. So the question you said, why is crime is not going down? So you must be expecting something. What are you expecting the crime go? Why are you expecting crime to go down?
I mean, I am kind of expecting the best, especially because that's one of the main things that these new mayors want to capitalize off of.
Okay. Okay. Who is the new mayor?
Brandon.
Oh, Brandon Johnson. Okay. All right. So you think Brandon Johnson gonna wave that magic wand and crime gonna stop and go down? That what you think?
I mean, do he think he gonna do that?
I never heard him say that. I've never heard him say it. I heard him say that he was going to invest in the young people. That's what I heard him say. Now,
I
go ahead.
I mean, but I am definitely hoping, it could happen because I feel like, if Chicago come together, we can be a really good city.
Okay. Okay. All right. You feel like it'd be a real good city. All right. Nicole West, I see you. I see you. Julian White, I see you. I tell you what, my brother. Let me just say this to you. Let me say this to you. Let me help you. How old are you?
23.
Okay, I figure you was young. Yeah, that's okay. I like to hear when young people call in. How long you been listening to me?
It's been about a few years. Like I
Okay.
remember when I first saw you and
Mhm. Okay. All right. Let me ask you a question. What do you think about the young people going downtown?
I do not support tearing up stuff or none of that. I honestly don't like that at all.
Okay. Okay. Now, I want you to answer the question then. What do you think about people, young people? Do you think it's okay for them to go downtown in numbers?
To protest for something good, yes, but to tear up stuff, no.
What about just to have fun, walk around, enjoy the scenery?
I mean, yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Well, I want to let you know something real quick. Brandon Johnson is not the mayor right now. He's the mayor elected. He won't be sworn in until May 15th. Okay, I want to let you know that, okay? All right.
Okay.
All right. So now, when it comes to crime, I am the crime chaser. We all have to pitch in and try to make Chicago a safer place where we can all enjoy the city. Well, you say, well, Martin, how do we do that? By not hiding criminals, drive-by shooters, people out here shooting babies, killing women, robbing, carjacking. We don't hide those type of people. Those type of people keep us in the house, make us afraid to come outside. We're not hiding those type of people at all. All right? And we have to put forth effort to
Agree.
make sure those people not come and hide among us when they want to do their madness. Don't bring that madness on. Don't go kill nobody and come back over to the black community and expect us to hide and not say anything. Tennille Spalding, I see you.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. So don't forget that, like Denard Gibson said, we are the most segregated city now. You know that. You know that. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now let me ask you a question. Are you working?
Yes.
Okay. All right. You have any children?
No.
Any nieces, nephews?
I have like a couple of nieces and nephews.
Okay. Now, you know we want to make Chicago safe, so you can bring your nieces and nephews and take them to the park or take them out to get something to eat, sit down in a restaurant. We want a safer Chicago, not only just for the north side, but for the south side, well as the west side and the east side and the hundreds. All right. All right.
I
So,
agree.
okay. Any other questions you want to ask me? I'm open about dealing with the city, the crime, and anything else that's on your mind you want to know, or what's my thoughts about?
I feel also that people kind of
Hold on, ma'am. I got you.
overdid it when it came to
Go ahead. Say it again, sir.
like re-electing Lori Lightfoot.
Okay. Now, far as Lori Lightfoot, let me just say this. Lori Lightfoot will not be in office as of May 15th. She's not the mayor anymore. Now, a lot of people voted for Lori. A lot of people didn't vote for Lori. Now, there's nothing, the people have made their choice. There's nothing we can do about Lori not being mayor again. She would have to wait another 4 years to try to run again, 3.5 years, 4 years, whatever the term is. So it's not end of the world. We got to move on. We got to move on. No disrespect to Lori. I'm not going to say she didn't do nothing for the black people. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I'll just say that it's a new chapter for Chicago. It's a new sheriff in town. We're about to be in town. And I want us to try to make Chicago a better and a safer place, a great city. So I understand that. So Lori Lightfoot, she helped a lot of people. She she disappointed a lot of people
I
as
feel
well.
like people should definitely give her props.
Right. So you actually, I'm going to I thank you for calling in. Now, if you want to hold on, I'll let you hold on because I like my young callers to hold on because you might learn something. So just stay on the line. Let me go to the next caller, young man. Okay. Okay, young man.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
All right. 9836. Come on, caller. You're live, uncut, unedited. Go ahead. Hey, caller. Go ahead.
Yes.
Hello.
I think they need to make these parents accountable for their kids.
Okay. By doing what?
They need to start locking the parents up.
Okay. Can I ask you a question? And I'm not going to be funny with you.
Yes,
How many children do you have?
I have 3.
Okay. Now, suppose 1 out of 3 go out there and commit a crime, carjack somebody. All right. Then we come back, we catch him, and now we come to lock you up too. Now, what do you think is going to happen to the other 2 if no father's in the home? I'm asking you a question now.
They probably end up in the system.
Is that a good thing?
They'll probably end up in the system.
Is that a good thing?
No, not really.
Okay. Now, the reason why I'm not trying to embarrass you or make you look bad or feel bad. I'm just trying to make you think. Now, I believe in accountability, holding people accountable, but we have to find a way where directly it won't affect the rest of the children in the family. Okay? Because you know, and I know, and I believe you was a teenager before, we didn't always listen to our parents, and it took us a while to catch on when they told us some things. Maybe it took 5 or 6 times. So my point is not justifying bad behavior for the young people. I'm not justifying that. What I'm saying is unsupervised teenagers will probably do anything. Their mind is so impressionable. Now, do you know this? That we have a lot of young teenagers that smoke weed every day. So if they smoking weed every day, that means they have a habit. You have some that pop pills every day. That costs money. Weed costs money. Weed is not free, whether you're buying it for the dispensary or you're buying it on the block. Some of our young people, they like to drink lean. That costs money. Some of our young people, they like to drink alcohol. That costs money. So I'm just trying to get you to think. Now, we have some young people, and it may not be your children, it may not be mine or his or hers. They are hooked on drugs. They are on drugs. And I never hear us talk about that. And when I say drugs, I'm not necessarily talking about weed, but weed is addictive and it is a drug. But popping pills. Have you ever know any young people that pop pills, and have you ever seen how some of them react when they're on the pill? As a parent, have you ever noticed anyone? I'm just asking you, as a parent, have you ever seen anyone? Huh?
Yes. Yes.
What? Describe it to me. What you?
Yes, I have.
Okay, tell me about it. What's your thoughts about it?
I've seen them smoke weed and how they act when they smoke weed.
Okay. Did you ever know anybody been on a pill before? Pop a pill? To your knowledge?
Not really pop pills.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Mostly weed.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But you know what? These parents, I think it starts at home. Because when we were growing up,
I'm listening.
The neighbors would look out for each other. The parents knew where their children were. Okay, I'm 73 years old.
Okay. Okay. Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Now, when you was a teenager, you probably was back in the 60s, the early 60s. Now, we're in 2023. Now, my father, 77 when he died, he always told me that name changes, but the face stay the same. It's the same thing. But we living in a day and age where I call it digital crack. Our children are hooked on the internet, social media. And I'm quite sure you got some great grandchildren. Well, I know you have some. And they're always in that phone, on that tablet. They face down in it, they're typing away, whatever. I call it digital crack. It's like they hooked on it. And you take it away from them, they get mad.
Yep, it is digital crack.
Yeah. And you can give a little bitty old baby about 1 year old, and you give them your little tablet phone. For some reason, they'll just stop crying. It's like a toy. It hypnotizes them, and they just get to pushing buttons and all that. For some reason, that is so. So, we other words, I'm saying this to say that we're living in a different day and time. Okay, and everything is out in the open now. Everything is out in the open. So we have to find a better way to deal with our young people. And we have to find a better way. A lot of us, we don't want to discipline our children by spanking them or whipping them. Then we want to wait till they get in 8th grade. They stand at 6'1" and 200 pounds. Mama, you can't do nothing with that. But Daddy, you might can hang, Daddy. It's too late. If we don't get them 2, 3, 4, 5, if we don't get them there, we're probably going to lose them. And it's number one thing is parenting. It's parenting. So, any other questions? I'm gonna go to the next call.
Yeah, it starts at home.
Yeah, it starts at home. I agree with you. I agree with you. I agree 100% with you. I often tell my callers, don't come on here with the only solution you got is lock them up. You sound like white folks. You'll never hear white folks saying locking theirs up. They always somehow make an excuse for them. For some reason, they always justifying. Always justifying. I want to say something to the audience out there. People, when young people call in on this live, please do not dog them out. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? That's why it's such a divide between the young and old. They can't relate to us. Then when they come on here and try to relate to us, we start calling them names. Don't do that. Don't do that, people. That's why it's a big gap between our young people and the older people. They don't want to talk to us. They don't want to hear nothing we got to say. So let us be careful what we say. Okay, people? Let us be a little patient with the young people. Let's hear them out. They're trying to get it together. And any young person that come on this platform right here, I always try to acknowledge them and let them talk a little longer so they can get familiar with us. They can learn something on here. But if we on here calling young people slow and whatever and all that, it makes them leave. Then they don't want to come back. Now, we can continue to talk to each other because we're adults. But when the young people come on here, they don't even want, they'll see this video and they pass it up. Oh, all of them they hate young people. I ain't going back on that no more. We got to watch it, people. We're trying to win the young people. So let's be careful what we say about our young people. I hear a lot of y'all calling young people animals and all types of names and stuff like that. The moment one of them young people call y'all a B or MF, y'all ready to fight. You feel disrespected. But you calling them names. They're human too. They're people too. They are our children. Like it or love it. They didn't ask to come here. They didn't choose to be black. They didn't choose to be male or female. It was laid down to them by God. When we come in this world, we can't choose our parents. We have to deal with whatever hand that we dealt with. All right. Ma'am, anything else you want to say? I'm sorry. I had to do that. I had to say that because I've seen a lot of comments, going at the young man.
No, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Thank you. All right. Good day. All right. I'm going to the next caller. Okay. 6147. 6147. You're live, uncut, unedited. Hey, caller. 6147. It's the last 4 digits of your telephone number. All right. I'm going to the next caller. All right. Next caller, 3268. You're live, uncut, unedited.
Good evening, Martin. This is Roosevelt.
Hey, Roosevelt, how you doing? Wonderful. I'm doing great. I'm good. I'm glad to be living
I
in
am
the
doing
land of the
great.
living. Yes. What's going on downtown? I see you on
All
live.
of us are.
Go ahead.
I had gone downtown to the march and everything today, and I have to say, even though it was cold, even though it was rainy and everything, I have to say that it was, spiritual and very, very uplifting.
Okay.
Even though I was pretty much there to cover it for Facebook and YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Just being around all of these men and everything from, these different churches and everything, I have to say it was uplifting and everything. But I would have to say, about people talking in the comments. I just think of something that, people, they aren't just saying this kind of stuff, to our young just to say it. I believe it's just like a mark of frustration. Because I get frustrated because just to go downtown, I had to get on the Red Line train, and it's a darn shame. I almost said something. I'm just trying not to cuss because I give everybody on their different platforms, including yours, all the respect. I'm not going to act disrespectful, like the young lady last night, but that's a whole nother subject.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame that I had to go through every single car because young people were smoking weed and smoking cigarettes on every single car. And the thing is, it's so freaking selfish that if you end up saying something, even if you're allergic, because I am allergic, they'll want to go and pick a fight with you. So, and plus, it's not only that. I mean, you never know what other kinds of experience that some of your viewers who might be making comments towards the young might have experienced. They might have gone through something a whole lot worse than that. So I think it's just like a level of frustration because after a while, we try to be like nice or try to be understanding and everything because we understand that, we can't help what kind of family we came from, whether you came from a family that was rich or whether you came from a family that was poor, whether you was born white or black or Latino or whatever. But at the same time, after a while, you just get frustrated, which is all of the foolishness that you see and that you have to go through because of these young people. Because there wasn't no older people doing this stuff on the train today. It's more younger people. So, I mean, I just could not wait until that train got off at Roosevelt because it's just too much. And that's a minor thing I went through. You never know what other people might have gone through. I'm just big and bad enough to just explain it to you without talking about that or talking like that, because I can understand at the same time, yes, it's not all of them. Because all of our children and all of our young people are not bad. So I'm not going to dare go and say that or generalize in that way. But we got a great deal of our young people who are. So, I mean, good Lord. Plus, I'm just so glad I didn't have to take the train back because I ran into someone at the march. Matter of fact, I work for him because I shoot all of his pictures anytime he has a special event. I ran into him and the lounge is around the corner from my house. He was able to drop me off, so I didn't have to take the train back. Thank God. Because it's just too much. And I'm sorry. I'm just very passionate about this. But I mean, it's just a shame or something. They just have to, every single time I get on the Red Line or the bus, some younger people or whatever is always smoking and all this other kind of stuff. I don't understand what makes them put the weed cigarette to their mouth or the lean, pouring it down their throat and all of the other kind of stuff. I mean, I get it. I got problems with everything too. But just if you're going to solve it like that, that is the wrong way. I'm sorry, Martin.
No. Let me ask you a question, Roosevelt. And all jokes aside,
yes, sir.
Did you call CTA about smoking on the weed and things like you? See, the thing is, we have to report things like this, people. Listen, if we don't call, don't expect nothing to happen. You have to report when it's.
I reported, but don't nobody do nothing.
Well,
don't nobody do nothing. And sometimes, I mean, it was. one time I hit the alert on because if there's something going on, it's like an emergency system on the train. One time, me and somebody else hit like the emergency system on the train, and the engineer, when they do that, they have to stop the train and actually go and investigate the emergency. Sometimes you're too afraid to do something, especially like right in front of their face, because you're too afraid whether you're going to end up in a confrontation.
No.
And you don't know who's armed and who's not.
Right. Well, Roosevelt, I mean, you don't have to literally get on the phone or call 911 on the train, say they smoke a weed. When you get off, you could make a phone call, get the train number, and you can get, matter of fact, you need to probably get CTA number in your speed dial so you can report things like this. And, because by you being alerted
and
to
I've tried all of that stuff, but it don't work. They don't do nothing.
Well, just keep trying, brother.
They don't do nothing.
Okay. Well, it's either...
And like I said, that's a minor situation, but you never know what other people have gone through. And I think it's just a level of frustration because at one time, we could say all the stuff that we need to say. We could say that we need more jobs in here. We could say we need more programs and everything. But at one time, after a while, I feel that you got to stand up and take some accountability for your actions because I think that each person has within them a conscience, which the Bible calls the Holy Spirit. And after a while what is right and not right. So you can't keep using that as an excuse for bad behavior.
Okay. All right, Roosevelt. Just hold it there, Rose. I'm gonna let you hang around, you and the young buck. All right, I'm gonna go to Reb.
Yes, sir.
Reb the barber. Come on, Reb. Reb the barber.
Hello?
Call in number 872-299-0808 or 872-297-6389. Go ahead, Rep.
Still talking about public safety?
Yeah, public safety, yes.
Yes. I mean, it's really I'm pretty much just listening in right now because really I can't even think of nothing that's talking about some public safety.
Okay.
I want to hear what everybody else got to say.
All right, well, just call back or hold on because I'm trying to get some new callers today, but just if you want to call back, you just cool. If not, hold on, Okay. All right, just hold on. All right. Let me try back to this number here. 6147. Caller, you called. Your last four digits is 6147. Hey, caller. I guess not. I'm gonna hang up on this call. Tie my line up. I can use that line. All right. I got another caller calling in now. All right. You know what, people? And Kathy, that's a good idea. One day I'm gonna have a podcast strictly for young people, maybe 27 and under. And I want to hear them talk without the grown folks, super grown folks. Because there is a disconnect. True it is. All right. 4985. I see you. Come on, caller. 4985. Last four digits of your telephone number.
Yeah, how's it going, Mr. Johnson?
How you doing? That's you. Come
on. Yes, sir. I just want to say, that, just everything that's going on with these kids now is, it's not the guidance, because I'm 43 years old. And most of the stuff, half the stuff they're doing now, I didn't do.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what
like we had crack, drugs. I was 16 in high school, got a job,
Okay.
So, and the thing is, like they're out here doing the stuff that they're doing, and they're like downtown doing like they're
you know, I don't want to say like they're riding, but like they're just doing stuff because they know there's no repercussions. And once they see it, or if they get to a point where they see like there are repercussions, whether it's from the police or from like everyday people, like even like you, like my thing is, you don't have to have a gun. You know, I mean, if you're downtown or anywhere, I mean, just keep an extension cord in your pocket. If you hit a person hard enough for the extension cord, they gonna wake up. You know, they're gonna come to their senses, like whatever they're doing, or if they're attacking you, they're gonna stop doing it.
Okay, let me ask you a question, bro. What are you talking about? I'm trying to figure out extension cord in your pocket. I mean, what are you saying? I don't understand what you're trying to say. Are you saying if somebody attack you, hit them with a extension cord? Is that what you're saying, or what are you saying, bro? I don't understand. Just make me understand what you're trying to say.
Well, okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so like back in the day, we had like you know, if you did stuff wrong, like if you got a whooping, you know, you got a whoop with a belt, extension cord,
Okay,
or like whatever your parents would find.
Okay, that's what you're saying. Okay, I get.
You know, like
now you
know, a lot of these kids out here are smart, but they're just making dumb decisions.
Okay, now. Have you ever done anything wrong since you've been when you once was a teenager?
I did, yeah.
Like what?
Shit. I don't remember. Being honest with you, I mean, curse, but like I skipped school. You know. But you know, it's just because where my parents was, like I never did nothing, like I never did nothing extreme.
Hey, hold on, brother. Hey, 1605. You got to turn your phone down. Turn your phone down. I know where, but I turned it down for him. Go ahead, bro.
You know, I mean, I've never done nothing extreme. Like I'm at a skip class, but like I never like smoke weed. I didn't drink. Like I didn't start drinking until I joined the military.
You
know, I was like, baby, I was 17.
You been drinking tonight, bro?
Oh no. I just had a long shift tonight.
Okay. Because you're dragging a little bit. Okay. All right. Well, my point is to bring to you is you can't expect teenagers, young teenagers, to do or act like adults, if I may use that term. We can't expect that, especially when no adult is in their present. Teenagers, they have sex, they swear, they drink, they smoke, they steal, they fight. These are the things that they do. And I'm not saying, I'm just putting out the negative things. Now, every teenager is not doing all these things. Let me say that. You got some teenagers that come home, do their homework, they obey their parents, and they work a part-time job and things like that. So I'm just pointing out some of the things that teenagers do when they're not supervised. That's all I'm saying. So y'all folks, I'm not trying to demonize the young folks.
Right, but at the same,
they kill.
Oh no, not at all.
Yeah.
You know, because I know too, you know, like my thing was even like growing up and even now, I never like dealt with like large crowds.
Okay.
So if it's like a big group of people, like I know, like man, it's like 50, 60 people over there. I'm not about to try to slide in with these 50 or 60 people because like you don't know exactly what's going on, and then that's what they have to understand.
Okay. All right. Have you ever been drunk before and said some things out of your mouth and you didn't really mean it?
Yeah, I did. Yep.
Oh, okay. All right. I want you to keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You know, keep that in mind on a lot of things. And our young teenagers, I think the scripture said that they're gonna be wiser but weaker. They're weak. But I'm gonna go to the next call too, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you for this. Your first time calling in?
All right.
It's your first time calling in?
Yes, sir.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Don't let it be
Yes,
your
sir.
last. Don't let it be your last. Keep working, man. And
I
listen,
appreciate you too.
yeah. And if you see some young person, speak to him, brother. Just say, hey, man, I just want to speak to you.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
All right. That I guarantee that'll make their day. Thank you, brother. Peace out. All right. We're gonna go to the next caller.
All right. Thank you. Peace
brother.
out.
Peace out. All right, caller 3163. 3163. You're next live.
Hey there, Martin. How you doing?
All right. How you doing?
I'm all right, and yourself? God bless you.
All right. God bless you.
I'm just calling in. I'm Mr. Christian. I'm about 31 years old,
Mm-hmm. Okay. 31 years old.
and yeah, I'm speak up for some of the young people out here or whatnot. But like that younger caller, excuse me, from earlier, he's wondering why crime's not going down, and the older crowd is blaming it on the parents and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
We just really need to understand cause and effect.
Okay. Break it down to us, brother. Break it down to us.
When you look into yourself, you can't lose $50 tomorrow and then just start questioning God and questioning the people around you. You know what happened. One way or another, it just doesn't just pop up out your pocket. We have to educate ourselves about what's going on in this world. Okay, I heard Mr. Roosevelt say that why are they doing this? I heard the 73-year-old lady wanting to just quickly blame the parents and whatnot. But we got to really understand the day and age that we're living in, as you stated before. And my point is, look at the hours and the time and the bodies that are invested into these young people out here. I heard you ask the last caller, did he do anything bad when he was young? Did he misbehave or whatnot? Well, it's not Sunday yet, but I'm going to make a confession. In high school, my mother was busy. My stepfather was an alcoholic. He really didn't have no time to really get sent to us. And my mother busting her butt, to make sure that me and my 5 other siblings had things together, And I was just the black sheep of the pack. And I'm sitting here, and I'm in high school. I was a shoplifter, drug dealer. I survived through all those type of lifestyles. Somewhat of a gang enforcer at that young. My mother, she raised me a lot better than what I was doing, but as I commented in on this live, peer pressure bust mine, not Pike's mind. I was just trying to keep up with the crowd, just like all these other kids out here today are trying to do. And it's like what you said earlier, it's that digital crack.
Mm-hmm.
And if we turn a blind eye to the facts and the actual causes to the results that we read about and we watch on the news every day, we just blinding ourselves, stuffing our ears with cotton balls and just acting like we don't hear nothing. It's like what you said earlier as well. We got to start telling the truth. You know, we can't keep on hiding all this stuff that's going on out here. It's pointless, you know.
Let me ask you a question, my brother.
When we able to,
I want to
Yes,
ask you
sir.
a question. Let me ask you a question. How long you been following me? You been just your first time calling in?
well, no, this is not my first time. Maybe my third time calling
Okay.
in today.
Okay, I want to ask you a question. Now, you're a younger person. You're 30 years old. I'm 54. Now, if you
Yes,
look
sir.
at this live feed and read these comments, and most of us on this live is probably over 18. We'll just say, I'll say maybe 24, 25 and up or better. You know, probably not too many people in the 30s. What would you think of us, the
Right.
way we think of young people? Seriously, by reading the comments, hearing these discussions, as we discuss about young people, what are your thoughts about us? How we think
I mean,
about
at my,
Tell the truth.
I mean,
Tell the truth and shame the devil
at
now, brother.
my age, you know, I'm gonna do that. But truthfully, we, like I said, you just can't act like we don't have all these factors going on in this world that we living in, you know, and questioning the young people of why. It's simple. It's like it's simple mathematics. Mathematics is one of the most important things to life. You know, you add it up. It's just not some type of magical thing that we talking about. Like you said with Brandon Johnson, what are you gonna do? Just wave his wand and things gonna become better? These pastors and these business organizations and whatnot, these people they don't stop the youth, you know. And I'm not going to say all of them, but some of them have, you know. And I just think that it's just like it's ignorant, as they would call us as the youth, to continue to say, oh, why, continue to question it when you, like I said, just add it up, do the math.
Okay, you still
You
haven't
can
given
understand.
you still haven't given me the answer that I'm looking for. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts of us, older people on this live? What do you think we think of young people? How we view them as young people?
I mean, it's the fair judgment overall from what I hear.
Okay.
I don't think that it's just a one-sided. I don't think that it's just a one-sided thing. Like, yeah, you run into like knuckleheads that want to pretend like they don't know anything, but then it's people who have solutions, you know,
Okay.
who understand that there's a better way to do it, you know.
Okay.
So you always gonna have your bad apples everywhere you go, but overall, I mean, and me understanding what you stand for and your platform, I understand it all. You know,
Okay.
I mean, I love being black.
Yes, sir. I love being black.
You gotta,
yeah. Brother, I need to.
You just have to.
I got to go to the next call. I didn't tarry with you long enough, but you can hold on if you want. If not, you can get off. Okay, because I got two more callers. Okay, is that cool?
Appreciate it.
Okay, all right. Hey, 8192 caller. Where you calling from, caller? 8192. Call in number 872-299-0808 or 829-76389. Inglewood, talk to me. Talk to me, Inglewood.
What's up, Brother Martin? How you feeling?
What's going on, man? Man, you went viral, man. Well, you went viral on a reel. I think we did about 100,000 views about that Walmart closing. 100,000. So that goes to show you.
Man, listen.
You put it out there. I was looking at today and said 100. I said
Martin,
100,000.
we yeah, brother. Everybody know what's going on, man. They just act like they don't know.
Okay, well, talk to us. Give us some education.
I just wanted to call Martin and I wanted to chime in on two things real quick.
Come on.
Anybody that consider themselves an adult that's out here blaming another adult, another parent for what's going on with these children, you the problem. We as community people have to understand these are our children. And if you don't see it as our children and you think it just because the ones in your house is good, the other ones ain't. If you don't see it as those are your children, if you ain't like that nosy neighbor that used to be in the window telling on all the kids in the neighborhood, if you ain't like Miss Jones and Miss Jefferson and all the rest of them old ladies that used to get together and have coffee and tell on everybody and make sure everybody got their butt whooped and got put on punishment and got put back in line, and came and tell you, you should be ashamed of yourself. You know your mama at work, you should be doing better than that. If we don't have that understanding, then we children. I'm tired of people talking about it started at home. It started at home. Home is the community. And if we don't see these babies as being ours, something wrong with us. I just can't stand when people want to blame another parent. You already know that parent, just like that last caller said, is at work trying to take care of 6 siblings, and we supposed to be neighbors, and we supposed to be loving our neighbors as we love ourselves, and we run around here talking about it's the parent's fault the kids out here acting like that. And if one more man get on your show talking about these kids and I'm scared and if 3 or 4 of them walk down the street, I'm going to brush to the side. The day men become scared of children is the day we all die.
Tell the truth.
I want to
shame the devil.
Reverend Meeks, I want to give a shout out to John Hanna. I want to give a shout out to Pastor Chris. I know it's a lot of naysay that march downtown today wasn't going to do nothing. The kids didn't show up. It was a waste of shoe leather. It was this, it was that, and the preachers don't never do nothing, and all of the other stuff that go on. But I want to tell y'all what God did. I walked down there with him. I put a post up, Martin, a few days ago, right before Early came out with the text. And I said, I pray that God would send the men downtown. If anybody was there and you walked past Millennium Park and you saw the look on them white men's faces waiting on our babies to come down there and act a fool, 50 cars all the way down Randolph, all the way to the lake, another 100 cars downstairs in Grant Park parking lot, SWAT team downstairs in Grant Park, waiting for them babies to show up. I am so happy the men of God came and stood up today, because what it did, if it didn't do nothing else, it said to them police, if you harm our babies, we coming for you. And we put a protection on them babies going down there, because now them police got to think twice about how they deal with our babies, how they deal with the disruption, how they deal with the violence and things that's going on down there. They can't just all out have war on our babies now. So thank God that the men of God came and stood up, and all the organizations that went down there yesterday and came down there today. Charles McKenzie, the mayor of Inglewood, was down there with his babies. Marquin McDonald was down there with the watch guard that patrol the gas stations over in Hyde Park. They went down there. Shout out to them for going down there, and shout out to the Omega Psi Phi was down there. The Alphas was down there. The Kappas was down there. The Masons was down there, and the churches was down there. And the rest of you scared Negroes that stayed at home, you should have been down there too.
Mm.
But thank you, Martin, for what you're doing. Thank you for what Early did. Shout out to Early Walker for putting this text alert out so the parents could at least know and have an idea of what's going on. So if their kids told them they was going to that particular location, they know to go reach out for their babies.
Yeah.
That's what men do.
I went out to the suburbs out in Hazelcrest. That's where I was at today. I didn't go downtown. I went out to Hazelcrest, so nobody showed out there today too, because they had a text alert too for that as well, for out there at the theater out there on 167, right off the expressway 57. So that's where I was at today. So I didn't go live. It wasn't nothing to go live about. So I'm just sitting watching there. Matter of fact, I fell asleep.
Man, Martin,
yeah, go ahead.
That's what grown people do. You go get your kids. When men show up, boys get in line.
Mm-hmm.
There was some young people down there, Martin. I don't know if them young people that was down there to do something wrong, but when they saw all the men walking through there, Martin, they joined us.
Mm-hmm.
It was some kids that came down there looking around. We saw they was hiding because they saw all the cameras. They like, ooh, don't put me on that camera.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to be on their own social media, but all of this stuff that's going on, we are our own solution, Mark. We got all the solutions in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And stop telling everybody that these are the bad, disadvantaged kids. Mm-hmm. I got calls from children from Lindblom. Lindblom ain't no bad kids in Lindblom. They got a text alert to come down into this thing. It ain't just going to the bad kids, Baby and Pookie and Ray Ray and the rest of them. All the kids is getting this. 90% of them coming down there just to spectate. Mm-hmm. And we want to demonize all the kids as if they doing something wrong. Y'all know good and well them kids went downtown because they were some good kids and their mama trusted them. And you add the bad apples to come down there. Now all the kids bad. No, all the kids ain't bad, man. We got to stop doing that to our kids. Our kids should be able to go anywhere in the city of Chicago and enjoy themselves.
Mm-hmm. Should be.
I say the next time they have a pop out, the adults just ought to pop out with them. And show them how to have some fun responsibly.
Real talk.
Get off them people's cars. Get out the street. Stop cussing. Go on over there somewhere and twerk.
Mm-hmm.
And just let them be. They children. I don't know nobody. I'm ashamed of the stuff I did as a kid. I ain't even gonna tell nobody the stuff we did.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Because I don't know the statute of limitation. I know we was some fools when we was kids. Anytime your mama and daddy ain't around, you gonna act a fool.
Mm-hmm. I know I did.
All these old self-righteous people act like they ain't never did nothing wrong. You ain't never threw no rock in no bus. You ain't never had a slingshot and busted out windows in an abandoned building. You ain't never waited till the bus pull off to throw slingshot rocks at the bus. You ain't never stood on top of a building and dropped a watermelon down on somebody on the bus stop. Come on, man, we did all that.
Throw eggs at people.
Yeah,
snatch them. Halloween bag. All
the eggs. Wait a minute, not just the eggs, but the rotten eggs.
And left.
Hold on, ma'am. We don't talk, ma'am. We don't talk out of order on here. One mic and one person talking at one time. It's the gentleman. Thank you.
Ma, she said throw the doorbell and run.
Yeah.
She said throw the doorbell and run. We used to throw doo-doo on your doorbell and run.
But see, you know what? Let me ask you a question, bro.
But thank God we got this text alert.
Yeah, that's on. Why do we act like our generation never did anything wrong? Like we was just so holy and righteous and we did everything that our parents told us to do. You know, why is it? And listen, and some of y'all people, let me say this, add on to what my brother, some of y'all had babies when y'all was teenagers, 14 and 15 and 16, 17. You had babies. So you wasn't praying on your knees. You was having sex. And you know our parents told us, don't be out there being fast. Boys, don't keep your penis in your zipper. Parents told us, don't be out there making no babies. And guess what? We come in the house, we pregnant. Ma, I got something to talk to you about. I'm pregnant. But we forget about that, though. We forget about that.
Mhm.
We forget about that. Guess what?
No, we
Them
got to.
teenagers downtown.
The only thing that's changed,
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Martin. The only thing that's changed is not the children, it's the parents. The parents back then was one. If your teacher said you did something, your mama whooped your ass. She didn't go back and say, no, that's my child. My child don't do no wrong. Me and you finna fight. Parents was on the same page back then. The only thing changed is the parents. The kids is doing what kids do. Parents ain't doing what parents is supposed to do, which is come together and look out for each other, man. How many times you heard somebody say, I had a good mama doing this, doing that, but I still sold drugs, I still did this, I still did that, blaming it on peer pressure. Peer pressure didn't make you do that. Your mama not being present made you do that. Because if your mama was present, you wouldn't have did it. Parents got to come back together and see our children as one. Them all our babies and all us parents got to be on the same page. We can't be getting mad because somebody telling on your child. The parent want to go up to the school now and whoop the teacher because the teacher done called a parent conference 3 times because the kid acting up. But you ain't going to go home and whoop your child, but you want to come up to the school and kick the teacher butt because you had to take another day off work. It's the parents. It ain't these babies. It's us. You go up to the school and you see somebody out of line. I would go in one of my kids' classroom and I would tell little Johnny, hey, man, we don't do that to the teacher. You got to sit down. She just told you to be quiet. Why are you still talking? Do we need to go outside and have a talk? Oh, no, we ain't got to do that, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah. Respect that teacher. And they do it. That's all they want is somebody to say something, somebody to care. I'm glad it was men showed up. It was about 300-400 men downtown, Martin. It was the most beautiful thing to see us walk past Millennium Park in the face of them white folk that I know want to do something to our babies. Mm-hmm. The look they had on their face, Martin, they looked like they didn't want us there. But we did our thing. Our babies are safe. At least if we did nothing else today, Martin, the number one thing we accomplished is letting them people know we care about our babies, and you got to be careful how you deal with them now.
That's right.
So we good now.
All right.
And I just hope we can come together and that the mayor can put together an emergency response team to deploy to these places when we find out they're going to be there.
Okay.
And it ought to be made up of different security that work at the different schools in whatever area that it is. The school security ought to come out so we can identify who some of these kids is. And when they get back to school, you can deal with them at the school. And then if they're not in the school and they're on the streets, all these other violence prevention programs ought to be on it. We ought to see ceasefire everywhere, target area development group, all these safe passage workers we got at our schools, they all should be there. And it should be men, not women. I'm tired of the women having to do everything.
All right, now I agree with you on that. I ain't being sexist, but I agree with you on that one. I agree with you on that.
A couple of 100 men show up, Martin, they're going to stop that crap.
Right.
Won't be no fighting. We ain't got to fight nobody. We ain't got to put nothing out. We ain't got to do nothing. We just got to show up and say, son, don't do that. Get off that car, man. Come on. We don't act like that. Y'all want to have fun? Come on. We're going to take you to Millennium Park. And be there to supervise our babies. That's all it takes, man, is somebody to care again.
That's it.
and stop fighting over the grants and resources that pay for people to do that stuff, and just get out here and do what God know we supposed to do.
Mhm. You know what,
That's it.
too? I seen you made a post on a certain person post, and the brother was saying we need resources, and you was like, I'm not paraphrasing. You said, brother, we don't need no resources to go downtown and talk to our people. You know, I don't know exactly what you said.
No.
Yeah, but I read it. I was like, man, now that's real talk. And, you know, because my thing is this: if we don't get the resources that we think we need, that means we're not going to try it. We're just going to give up. You got to ask yourself that question. For those that's asking about resources, ma'am, I'm talking. Those of us asking for resources. Are we going to give up if we don't get the resources that we think we need or deserve? Are we going to just stop it? Just throw our hands in on the young people? You gotta ask yourself that question.
No, they gonna stop when the money comes, Martin. And I'm tired of people talking about the resources.
Yeah,
Martin.
Me too.
Arnie Duncan get $80 million.
Mm-hmm.
Father Flegger get about $50 million. The Imam Group on 63rd in California get about $50 million. I ain't gonna put the preacher out there, but the preacher pulled me to the side and say, hey, I just got the violence prevention contract in XYZ neighborhood, and I got to deal with this certain gang, and I don't know nothing about that gang or that area. You gonna have to help me.
Mm.
But how he get the contract for the service?
Mm-mm. Mm-hmm. Mm.
I ain't gonna tell you who he is, but I'm gonna tell you he live in University Park.
Mm-hmm.
So they got resources. They just ain't telling you who got the resources because they don't want you to talk about what kind of services they provide and the results that they get and where's the outcomes.
Mm-hmm.
Because it ain't none.
Mm-hmm.
They coming from the suburbs. They putting a church or address in the community. They come in and get all the money and they come in a few days a week. And then the rest of the time they get back out of University Park.
Mm.
The real activists don't get no money.
Mm-hmm.
If they got to give somebody some money, they need to give to Charles McKenzie.
Yeah, Charles out there every day.
That's right.
Every day.
I'm not going. Hey, Martin, I'm not going to stunt. 25 years ago, we had the streets.
Yeah.
We ain't got the streets no more.
We ain't got it no more. We
50-something now.
Yep.
Them kids don't know us.
They don't know us. Mm-mm.
We got to get behind the people that them kids listen to. That's Charles McKenzie.
Yeah. He out there, bro.
Them boys was about to pull guns on them. Them boys was about to pull guns on me and Mr. Tidwell up at Inglewood STEM.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at Mr. Tidwell. I said, "What we gonna do?" He said, "I'll let you know tomorrow, brother. I'm gonna go make a call." 2 days later, we did a march down Halsted. You remember the march we did the 71st of Halsted?
Yeah.
From the market down there, down by Gwen Appleberry Church.
Yeah.
That same little boy that was pulling guns on us was walking down the street picking up paper with Charles.
Mm. Mm.
Give the people that can do the work the money.
Thank you.
All these new jacks, get out the way. Don't come in here and disrupt nothing. That man been going to shootings. That man been going in gang wars. That man is official. Get that man the money so he can do what he need to do, and we need to support him.
Mm-hmm. I agree, 100%.
Those are the people doing the real work.
That's it.
You doing the real work. Ain't no reason why you should be begging for no damn donations. You shouldn't even have to ask.
Shouldn't even have. Yeah. Well, you know, and that's why you guys...
People get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to do what you do.
Yeah, hundreds.
Mm-hmm.
I try to tell people, you know.
Wow.
So since I'm a preacher, I'm a pass the collection plate around. Y'all got Martin the Crime Chaser Cash App. Put something on there. That's all right.
You might.
If you work at a restaurant, call them over there and give them some free lunch.
And you might get some free advertisement. You know, it come with the
same way y'all do the police.
Yeah.
Same way y'all do the police when they come in certain restaurants. They eat and drink for free.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But I just want to thank you, Martin. You've been true to what you talk about. You've been a frontline soldier for our community. You ain't cared about nobody giving you money or not giving you no money. And the people that gave you money, you didn't let them hold you hostage and muzzle your mouth because they gave you a couple of dollars. Now don't say nothing else about me.
No.
You stood true to your word. I'm going to tell the truth and shame the devil.
That's it. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Appreciate you, brother. All right. Appreciate you.
Man, we appreciate you too, Martin.
Yeah, likewise. All right. We're going to 3654. You're live, uncut, unedited. 3654. Your last 4 digits.
Hey, what up, brother Martin? This is me, Robert.
What up, Robert? Come on, Robert. Talk to us.
It's Robert.
Come on, Robert.
Hey, I was down there as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it was real good. I mean, and I think I had told you I was down there. I had a small little altercation, but I just left it alone. Because one guy was cussing at the preachers and all of that. And I told him, no, brother, this ain't that type of party.
I know who that was. Don't even tell me.
And we already know who we talking about.
I already know. I heard about it. I heard it.
Yeah. But I didn't get violent. You know, I told people, you know, I just told him, I don't have to fight you, but you ain't finna cuss. You ain't finna be cussing at these preachers. You know what I'm saying? And so Brother Eric Russell pulled me to the side, was like, come on, brother, don't even pay him no attention. And I told him, I'm not. The devil always coming to stir up mess. And it was real good. And I mean, we ran across a couple of young people. Some young people actually marched with us.
Oh, okay. Wonderful. Good report. Well, that's it, Robert. I'm going to go to the next caller.
And then I showed, and then I got that text alert too today.
Yeah, we got it. That's where I
got that same text alert today. Yeah. Country Club. Some said Country Club Hill.
Yeah, that's where I was at. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wow. So it's working.
It's working. It's working. It's working. All right. All right, let me go to the next caller, Robert. I got an area code 838. Area code 838. Where you calling from, caller? 838.
Yes. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm calling from New York, but I'm from Chicago.
Listen, you could be from California. Don't make no difference. You can talk on this issue. You black. Come on with it.
Amen. I'm tuning in, but y'all we had a march in the city today or something.
We had what?
A march. You can hear me clear?
Yeah, it was a march downtown.
Okay. So look, I'm 30 years old. My name Donovan Kelly. On Facebook, Rockefeller, whatever, right? So I've been having a group since the 5th grade, man, and I really appreciate y'all. I'm 30 years old. I kind of always had, older guys like y'all, like overwatching and stuff.
Hey, big brother. Look, brother. Look, brother, do me a favor. It sounds like you far away. I don't know if you got me on a microphone or what. I need you to put your mouth close to the phone so we can hear you clearly.
You get me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You get me real clear?
Yeah, now, like that. That's why I want to hear what you got to say. You're 30 years old. I definitely got to hear what you got to say.
I got you.
All right, come on.
Yo, let's go. So check this out. Born and raised Chicago. I didn't leave until 23, and that's because I was able to do tattoos. So I was deep in the streets and all of that crap, but I didn't have to be in a gang. I was able to just be around the bike lords, clothes, all that GDs, whatever. Right. So in school, just going to the point now. In school, right, I had a teacher named Miss Tan, bro. I swear to God, I got a D on this paper just because I couldn't spell as and write real good, right? Now, this is what my solution was. She was like acting like what could be a solution of the world, right? I was really just thinking black community because that's what I was in, you feel me? So it's like this. My solution for a lot of problems as far as financial, I think we should start, it's like a pyramid. So the pyramid would be more so like, you take 12 poor class people, right? Let's say I'm a guy with $100,000, right? And I get $12,000 to those people, but don't let them just spend it. you know, I put it on the table, and it's like, all right, cool. I put categories up for them, and it's like, all right, what you want to do? You want to sell tobacco, and we only focus on things like, you know what I'm saying, cigarettes or drugs, things that people gonna buy regardless, unfortunately. But it's just to make the money to get to where we got to go to do what we want to do. Well, whatever Martin's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for doing what you're doing again, once again. I watch you all the time, man. You great. Especially that thing y'all did with the Asians and the lady and stuff. No racism here, but just saying, I thought that was great. But yeah, man, I was like, all right, cool. If you take that money and you do such a thing like that, then boom, that poor class becomes a middle class, right? And if the times you watching, you bogus. Anyway, so if you take that same money, you know what I'm saying, now that poor class became middle class. Now that middle class gonna invest in that poor, you know, this black community stuff I'm talking about only. And then you know, once middle class become a little high class, now they in position to be elite. So basically the pyramid just has to keep on going over and over. You know what I'm saying? We putting the money back in the community. Not only you putting money back in the community, it's just what that other guy was saying too. We didn't have nothing to do coming up, bro. So at the end of the day, my brother, he's shooting and killing and doing what he's doing, murders all out the butt. Murders all out the butt. If I can't curse, sorry. But murders all out the butt. And it's like, I know why he was doing that stuff. I was next to this man. Like, you feel me? So I feel like a lot of our problems come from, I think some of y'all, like as adults, you know, you said you 50, right, Martin?
Yeah, I'm 54.
Hey, man, my mama's 57. Yeah, my daddy's 60. Hey, man, cool. All right. So, yeah, so it's like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I think y'all had a close eye on us. I really do. I think a lot of us didn't care. And I don't blame y'all, man. I feel like y'all did a great job. It's just didn't listen, because look at me. Like, why I think like this? You know what I'm saying? So, I'm basically saying that I feel like a lot of problems will be solved if we keep our money in the community instead of going to Walmart necessarily. I ain't saying I'm saying you got websites like tmu.com where you could buy something cheap like I do. So them bubble shoes the girls in the hood be wearing, right? All that stuff they be wearing in the hood be coming off a website called tmu.com. So the same how I'm in New York, right? I'm in upstate New York. I'm buying all of this stuff and I'm just reselling it, bro. And they have no clue. But that's because I learned the art of street economics. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like street economics is when you grow up with nothing. You know, you got talents like myself. I could draw. I could do all these murals. I can do tattoos. That's what got me out of Chicago. You know what I'm saying? It's just we take all of the stuff that we know how to do and take it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And it's like even the guys that get out of the hood, they go to the bird. And it's like, wow, bro, you got dudes like me. I was a shorty, and it's like I'm looking at that, and it's like, all right, I ain't gonna be like that. But my homie like, F the hood. I'm not gonna help nobody that don't help me. And it's like a humanitarian thing I developed just from watching, just looking and watching around, man. And you know, I really love what you do, bro. That's all I had to say, really, honestly. I kind of lost track of thought as far as just with the pyramid thing. That's really all I wanted to say. Okay. And I really believe if we take 12 poor middle class poor people, if you want to look at it like that, or we can give you the money because you're the one already on camera and doing everything. So I feel like you would be perfect. You running left and right. I think you are perfect for it, bro. I swear to God, that from the protecting the people always on the crown chaser. If y'all listen to me, I really think y'all should invest y'all money in this move. You feel me? And the reason why I say so is because we got an eye on him. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, let's say he got 103. How much you got? 103K followers?
185,000.
Man,
184,000.
Now, yo,
yeah.
If every month somebody send you, you feel me? If every month they send you, I'm sorry for smashing the table, but if every month they send you $1, you know how much you can change for the community, not even just you. People gonna listen to what you know what I'm saying, man? You gonna listen to what people gotta say because that's you. You for the people. Mm-hmm. I feel it. That's how I know you real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel it every time I watch the videos, bro.
Brother, let me just say something.
But whatever you do, I see it.
Yeah, let me just say something, brother. This platform was built from the ground, brother. I didn't mimic nobody. I didn't copy nobody. Mm-hmm. I was on here. If it was only 2 or 3 people on here, it didn't matter. I said, somebody gonna hear me. That was my attitude. Somebody gonna hear me. Somebody listen. And guess what? If I never come on, do another live again, I guarantee you I reach millions of people in some way or another. I've helped people that I would probably never know the story behind it. People every day shake my hand, talk to me. They never tell me how I truly affected their life. And that's okay. Because I didn't do it for accolades and all that, bro.
Man.
I didn't do it for that.
Amen.
Listen, brother, at the end of the day, I'm responsible for my brother. I am my brother's keeper. And if I got information,
keeper,
and I could snatch you out of the fire and say, young bro, 30-year-old, don't go behind door B because so-and-so waiting around there to blow your brains out. Go to door A and you'll be all right. That's the type of man I am. I'm going to warn you. Now, what you do with the information, that's on you. That's on you. Listen, I tell people all the time, how you live in this life is how you gonna die. You cannot live a life of a drunkard and die sober. Whatever you do in this life is gonna follow you. It's gonna follow you in death.
Amen.
You can get past me. You can get past her. But guess what? Somebody got your resume. Somebody got your info. That's Almighty God. Trust me. They got it.
Amen.
And
to the folks that
go ahead.
I'm sorry, brother.
Go ahead, y'all, bro. Go ahead.
I was gonna say to the folks that's listening, listen, I might not be no activist in Chicago, but I'm definitely an activist. I don't really need nobody to tell me. I stand up for a lot, even in New York, like upstate New York. Now, and you inspired me, man. You really inspired me to do what you're doing. I ain't gonna lie, I'm just scared. I can admit to it. And the only thing I'm scared of is that I really don't know, brother, because I don't have a fear in my bone, honestly. And it's like I don't know why I just didn't start, but what you do inspired me to do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I think a lot of guys that feel like me need to speak up. You know what I mean? I'm also an aggressive guy. No disrespect, none against the homos and the guys that's into that stuff. I'm not like that. But at the same time, I even respect y'all. You know what I mean? I even feel like it's a place for y'all. And I feel like I know what place that is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, nobody can be counted out because I like war. God forgive me. You know, if I sound crazy, but I like war, man. I'm a man of war, bottom line.
Brother. Let me say something.
I strategize.
Yeah, let me say something to you, bro. There's a saying, there's a book that said The Art of War. Now, the world is a big stage and everybody got their role to play. Now, when I was out there protesting at the nail salon, we had straight people, we had gay people, we had gangbangers, we had people who's ex-cons.
Mm-hmm.
We all came together with one goal, to shut the place down. So everybody got their role. Everybody got their role. There's a need for everybody. You might not like this lifestyle. You might not like that lifestyle. But guess what? We got one common thing in common, this skin color right here. I ain't got to say black. I'm going to say this skin color right here. It makes us kin, regardless if we don't like each other. We all get treated the same way. We all get treated the same way. And that's why I try to tell people, hey, I said, just keep on living. Martin, I ain't never had that experience. Just keep living. You'll see. You'll understand it. You'll see.
Exactly.
You know, you think because you live in a certain area and no crime and all that, listen, crime don't discriminate. It's not black and it's not white.
Don't.
It can come anywhere. It can come in your house. When you leave the house, on the job, in church, at work, don't make no difference. In the park, on vacation, crime can come in at any one of those times. While you're driving the car, somebody can be running from the police and crash into you and kill you or paralyze you. Leaving a crime scene, just doing a drive-by shooting or robbing an armor truck, trying to get away and then run a head-on collision you and take you out of this place. Just like that. Brother, listen, I'm going to give you a word of advice, brother.
Just products of environment, man.
Yeah, I'm going to give you a word of advice, brother.
Give it to him.
I'm gonna listen to me. Give you a word of advice from a little older man than you, like a big brother or some brother. Surround yourself with people with the like mind, brother, and you can't go wrong, brother. You can't go wrong. The other day, brother.
Definitely. That's why I drew to you.
Right. Other day, it was my friend. He's a doctor. He's a doctor of divinity. He called me and he said, "Come on, meet me at this restaurant." I'm like, "Man, I just got off doing a news press conference." He said, come on. And I started not to go. I said, "Now let me go." When I got there, brother, it was 2 black successful millionaires wanted to meet me. You hear me? Wanted to meet a little bitty old poor boy from the south side of Chicago. You see what I'm saying? Wanted to meet Martin G. Johnson, the crime chaser. Ain't that something? Listen, the scripture said a man talent will make room for him and bring him before great men. And I ain't talking about no worth a million. I'm talking about got millions. You know, that's a difference. Some people, they worth 2 million, but they ain't got a million.
Got it.
These brothers got it. Heavy.
That net worth versus what you get.
Hey, and they tried to give me some money. I turned it down. I said, "No, I'm good. See, my thing is, no, I'm going to tell you why.
What?
Let me tell you why. Brother, one thing about me, don't bird feed me. Teach me the game. Teach me how to become a millionaire. Don't give me no $1,000.
I heard.
That's where I'm coming from. No, brother, you can hold that money. You give a man
teach him how to fish.
That's right. You teach me how to fish. And that's what I told him. You know, that's what I told him. No, I don't need no few dollars. No, no, bro. Feed me. Show me how to get that money, get that bag. See, so that's how you gotta think, brother.
You're not.
And you know, the man asked me a question. He said, "This is what the millionaires asked me." And I hope I'm saying it right. He said, "Now, if I offer you 100,000, then I offer you a penny investment or something." He said, "Which one would you take?" I said, "A normal person probably would take the 100,000 because they can see it right now." He said, "But it's the penny investment. It turned over in 30 days and might make you $1 million." And I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? So see, they ask you little questions like that. So they was teaching me some principles. Principles, man. So I'm like, man, you know. Then so the next day, they left out and they told my partner, they said, "Man, I like Martin. We like him." But one guy said, he said, "I'm gonna work with him." Exactly what he said. Because he know I just wasn't chasing no dollar. I was chasing knowledge. Because see, I know if you give me the knowledge, I'm gonna have the money. I ain't go for the money first.
You're gonna take off like a rocket.
Just give me that knowledge. People, the scripture said, "My people perish for the lack of knowledge." They kept saying that. It's knowledge, people.
Knowledge,
it's information. It's information, people. If you knew how to fix your car.
Hey, yo, Martin, I swear to God,
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, young. Go ahead.
I swear you're not lying because, listen, my awakening, I'm going to be real with you. The reason I left Chicago, right, at like about 24, I flooded. I'm 30 now. Now, I ain't leaving at 24. I left at like 20. I'm sorry, about 20. And I flooded the south side of Chicago, traveling, doing tattoos. I swear to God, man, listen, I was looking for a job since 15. I had a baby on the way at 18, and I was just trying to find a job. That's all I cared about, man, just getting a job. So that's another thing that's been making us out here hustle and do and sell drugs. And I'm just trying to talk in code right now because you know how to go on Facebook. So, but yeah, you know, we do things. And it's like, why is they doing this? Why are they a part of their environment? I'm in New York breaking down stuff to people that really don't know what we go through in Chicago. It's like, y'all own major city, but y'all got different problems. And a lot of the problems is the same in Chicago. They just don't stand up. Like, I feel like Chicago is an activist state. Since I've been to Miami, Atlanta, and I stayed there for a little while, just doing tattoos, man, meeting people, meeting the underground. I ain't meeting the rich, nice millionaires like you know. But I'm meeting the underground, the people that in a way kind of matter. You know what I'm saying? And it's like Hey, yo, tell me the real, what really it is in Miami, what really it is in Atlanta. I'm in the hoods of these places doing tattoos, bro. I'm in Bankhead, I think that's what it's called. Enjoying my life alone around hood individuals that probably would rob and kill somebody else, but because of my, me carrying a good energy or a good perspective of things and not just, folding like a wallet when I get approached with any type of aggression, put it that way. So it's like they love it. They're like, yo, this is what real Chicago is. It's like, yeah, that's TV, man. That's just the TV. They gonna put what they want on TV to make us look how we look. And it's like when they meet us, bro, it's like they be so happy as long as we not really talking about no gang stuff and not trying to promote it. It's like, yo, they feel like we different and it's nuts. And I just get I got so many opportunities. I'm a carpenter now. I do floors. I'm thinking about coming to Chicago with this because I learned everything I'm telling you in New York. I don't think I had to leave. I just think the men of our communities left us. You know what I'm saying? Not you, Martin.
Yeah,
you
you're
help.
right, brother.
I'm saying not even just you, but other men too there. But they left us, bro. And when I say they left us, it's like I don't listen to folks that's not my parents because their perspective of some things is just off. Like I ain't saying that man that was on here last is off. But he said something about preachers, man, and I love preachers. You feel me? I was raised in a Christian church. I might not claim Christian now, but I claim God. I talk to him at night. And I'm gonna tell you something else. I feel like with the churches, even the churches could have did better. It's like, yo, the same thing I just told you about a pyramid, I swear, Martin, I made that up. I didn't get that off of the internet. I made it up in school when I was younger, and I got a D on that paper just because I couldn't spell too good. You know what I'm saying? In the paper, the point of the paper, though, which I was hoping she was going to, point out to the class or even to somebody important, was if we take 12,000, 20,000, right? Or let's say people get their taxes. Forget that. No, ain't nobody going to give you nothing in this world. So you know what? Let's say black community that listening to me, y'all get y'all taxes. When y'all get y'all taxes, find 12 people you compare with that want to, like you said, Martin, like-minded people. Now you got 24,000 in the neighborhood, and now or 12,000, whatever they putting up, 2 or 1, and now you got 12,000 or 24,000 to invest in a LLC, EIN, whatever it is you want to do. Now I don't got none of this stuff now. This is just knowledge I got. Now, if y'all sit here and go ahead and communicate, you know what I'm saying, and say, yo, we're gonna run this business. That's 24 workers, or that's 12 workers, however you want to look at it. And then boom, guess what's next? Now we done did that business for such a year. It done made such amount of money. Now what? Ooh, middle class. Oh, y'all done moved up like the Jeffersons. Don't forget about your people. Now help the next line, because the next line of them poor people going to help y'all. The middle class, they're going to invest in your products, whatever it is you're doing. But it has to be structured to it. Like, I ain't saying sell just tobacco. I'm not saying black people focus on clothes. I'm saying look at the world, what they put in our neighborhoods and communities that people going to buy regardless, like liquor. Or tobacco, like I said, or something like such.
Food.
And then you go ahead and just let that business build. The people that's probably investing in it don't drink or smoke or whatever it is they doing anyway. Because a lot of drug dealers, they are investing in dispensaries. It's stupid. You falling into the white man trap. No disrespect to white people that's listening. But you're falling into the trap. You falling into corporate. You better off just doing it yourself. So it's like, I'm not going to fall into that trap because at the end of the day, I pay attention to economics, white economics, and I feel like it's a such thing as hood economics. I am that. I'm hood economics because I look at stuff and I put things together and I say, this is the real solution. Why they not doing this? Maybe they don't think this way, or maybe they haven't thought of it yet. I don't put shade on them, But that's the real thing, Martin, if you really think about it. If we find a collective of folks that's cool, like they don't gotta be millionaires. They gotta be tired of being broke. They gotta be tired of being poor. And they gotta be tired, they gotta want more for their kids, their family, their mom, want more from me, even though I ain't related to you. Just want more for your kind. You feel me? Even though homos, everything. And I'm sorry I say it like that, just because I'm not.
That's all right, bro.
But, at the end of the day, it's a place for y'all too. You know what I'm saying? I love you. I love y'all too, bro. At the end of the day, it's just we have to understand that people gonna fight, people gonna argue, we're not gonna agree. But the mission has to happen, bro. Like we have to come together, put money together from your income taxes, your personal money, and I'm willing to do it too, man.
Yeah.
Now you can sign me up. You probably should make a petition for it. I swear to God, man, people that's willing to take at least $1,000 of their money, put that together, and then basically say, yo, this is what we're going to do, and let Martin monitor it since he has a platform already. Let's not look for nobody else. Let's not look for people we can't see. We need to be able to see stuff because a blind eye, it's easy for me to rob you. It's easy for me to steal from you. Because one thing I thank my parents for and your generation for is that I was not watched closely, but I was stealing and doing bad stuff, but I was doing it to learn. And when I learned and I faced the consequence from it, it was like, all right, cool. But it never left me, though.
I mean,
it never left me.
Brother.
It's that I was like, all right, cool.
Young man, I'm going to cut you off right here, but same way with us, brother. Our generation wasn't so innocent either, brother. We stole, have sex, do all types of...
Hey,
listen,
man,
I had a couple of my friends, man. We was breakdancing back in the 80s, man. And I hate to say it, they was using drugs. I wasn't. They was smoking that, y'all call it leaf, but we call it a happy stick. You know? One of my friends
my mama told me about that.
Yeah, hold on. I mean, one of my friends died through a domestic altercation, got stabbed in the chest. One of my friends that I used to dance with, he OD'd. So, I mean, it's something, man, you know, and we was tight growing up. We was tight. But I got to go to the next caller, man. I gave you enough time. I got like 4 more callers.
Go ahead, man. I got my message across, man.
Okay, my man. All right, appreciate
you. Hey, I love you. Thank you for the time, bro.
No problem. No problem. All right. Call in anytime. All right. 331. Come on, caller. 331. 331. Come on, caller. Know you've been on a long time. Area code 331. Hey, caller. All right.
Can you hear me?
I was just going to go to the next. I can hear you loud and clear. I was just going to pass you up. But go ahead. Go ahead, my dear sister.
Okay. Hallelujah. It's the highest praise ever.
Okay.
So we're going to start with that. When I say that, I had a baby when I was 15 years old. Okay.
Okay.
And I know that this is on. I know we got we all across the board.
Hey, beautiful. Beautiful.
But I do want to say.
Hold on, mama. Hold on. Before you get to talking, I need you to put your mouth closely on the phone. Closely on the phone. And so we can hear you because you kind of like sound far away to me.
Okay, you hear me now?
Much better. Much better.
Yeah,
Glenn, I got their numbers. Don't worry. Hold on. Glenn,
okay.
I got
but I do hear
number.
echo. I do hear echo, but it's not my phone.
Hold on, sister. I mean,
not my phone.
You don't have me on speakerphone, do you? Or Bluetooth, right?
No, I do not.
No speakerphone.
It's not me.
Is Facebook turned down? You have to turn Facebook down while you're talking to me. All the way.
I don't even have you on Facebook because I don't look at TV. I don't even look at TV.
Well, how you watching this live then?
Desktop, none of that.
How you watching this live through your phone?
On my phone.
Okay. You don't have.
Yeah.
Facebook is not open, is it?
Nope.
You said that real slow. Okay.
That's somebody else.
Okay.
No, I said no. It's somebody else.
Okay. Well, come on. I'm gonna try to
work
with you.
I have 2 phones, so I'm on my iPhone. So no.
Okay. All right. Well, turn the other phone down because it's okay. The one that got the Facebook on it, turn that down.
It's not even going on. I don't even talk to you on that phone.
Okay. All right. Well, come on with it. Tell us about this baby you had at 15 years old.
Okay.
Come on.
So I had a baby at 15 years old, okay? And I just want to just say, I remember when Ron Emanuel, it's an echo. But I remember when Ron Emanuel, he asked, who raised the monster? He did. The government, they raised it. That's who did it. Because every time you go and discipline your kids, they come in your household and want to tell you how to discipline your kids. I'm 52 years old. I had kids when I was young. I'm so happy I did. Because I promise you, my son is 31 years old right now. But when he turns 17 years old, his shoulder's still dislocated. The first time he raised his voice at me, I didn't ask no questions. At 6 feet, I opened the door and threw him down the stairs. By the time he got to the hospital, I didn't tell him what to say. Guess what he said? I fell down the stairs. I didn't give a damn what those people was going to do. Because what you not going to do is run my household. And my oldest daughter is 36 years old right now today. At 34, she needed a place to stay. And let me tell you, she got smart at me in my house, and I opened the door and took her T-shirt and let her go. That's what I do. I don't play. And me and my kids are very close. And anytime that they think that they disrespect me, guess what they do? They'll call me back. The next day they say, Mom, I'm sorry, I don't want to have no problem. I don't play games with people. I laugh and joke, but I do not play games.
Mm-hmm. You sound like a...
These parents need to get a hold of their kids and forget about the law. Because like I told DCFS when they came to my house, I would take my child up out of here before y'all do. Because that's what they want to do. They want to kill them before you kill them. So my daughter just went through an altercation with her kids in DeKalb. Okay, she put her son 6.2. I'm gonna take the first lead. I ain't gonna wait on you to hit me. I'm gonna hit you out. And I told my daughter that. And I started crying on the phone. And I told my grandson, let me explain something to you. I wish you would hit my daughter. But that's my daughter. And that's your mama. But that's my daughter. I wish you would. And let me tell you, the police, the school system, the DCFS was at her door, all that. Get him up out of here. Because he ain't running nothing up a hill. I promise you he won't. That's who running these kids. The system is running these kids. You can't do nothing with these kids without the schools coming back and telling you, and they be talking about the parents. No, it's not the parents. Because I ain't never got high, never smoked a cigarette, never smoked a black and mild, never done nothing. Now, I ain't gonna tell you I ain't never drank. But I can tell you one thing, my kids ain't never saw me do nothing. And I had a baby at 15 years old. And I raised all of mine just like I talk right now. This how I talk when I was 15. And right now my daughter is 36 years old. And like I told her son, he's 17 years old. You cannot come in my household and sit on my couch and flick the remote and put a dent in my couch. I will run you right up out of here. Huh, who you think you're talking to? I don't play games with people. I laugh and joke, but I don't play. I come from the west side of Chicago, but yes, I raised my kids in the suburbs. I don't play. I was raised and born in the Lawndale community, moved into the Austin community. I don't play. My kids don't know nothing about that type of like that. But I give it to them in the raw. Just like that. Yeah, that's what I do.
You ain't no
and I give it to my grandkids.
You ain't no punk.
Like you can come over here. I say you can come over here and sit on. You come over here. And one of my grandkids, he said, "Y'all some snitches." I said, "I didn't even know you was running from the police." So if the police ask me who you is, baby, I'm gonna give them your whole description. Who are you? Because I ain't running from no police. You in DeKalb. And guess what? They got a place for everybody down there. Now, I don't want to tell on no black guy because I already know what they do to the black boys. But if you don't like yourself, hey, I can't even help you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's real talk. And I tell my grandkids that. Because if my daughter come here, and I told my grandson, I said, let me tell you something. If I come to my daughter's house, she has rules in her house. I have to follow her. And when she comes to my house, she has to follow my rules. And if she don't, she will be dismissed. That's how I get out. That's it. That's all. I never had those type of problems with my kids. And I had a baby young at 15 years old. Now one of my kids is in the system. They not on drugs. I drink. My kids don't drink. Like for real.
Mm.
I'll tell you, I'm gonna have me a drink or two, but my kids don't drink.
You had something you had to drink tonight? Huh?
No, I ain't had nothing to drink tonight.
Oh,
no, I ain't
okay.
had nothing to drink. It's a weekday.
Oh, okay. No, it's a weekend.
No, I didn't have nothing to drink
Oh,
tonight.
okay.
No, it's no.
All right. That was a joke.
No,
I
I
was
just thought about
messing
it.
with
It's a
you.
weekend. No,
I'm messing with you.
I'm not an alcoholic though. Don't get me wrong. No, I
Okay.
ain't no alcoholic. But I will tell the truth to shame the devil, like you said. This is your show. That's what
it.
I do.
Tell the truth
But I'm a
and
fashionista.
shame the
More
devil.
so,
No, you good.
I'd rather buy me a motherfucking I'd rather go and buy me a $2 shirt before I, buy a drink or anything. That's what I do. I want to look at my shirt. And
You
talk.
smart
That's how I
woman.
get out.
Smart woman.
I don't even buy food. I'm the type of person I want to see my clothes in my closet. I don't even buy food. I don't even like going to the restaurant and buying food. My daughter be like, you don't like buying food? She's like, you're not a foodie. No, I'm not. I like to look at my clothes. That's how I get out. But that's another story for another day.
Right.
But anyway,
Thank
yeah, that's how I do my kids.
Okay. Thank you, Mama. I got to go. I got 3 more people call you. I appreciate you. Keep up the good work. Listen, I love parents when they stand firm. Stand firm. Because I've seen parents be so weak, the children running their house.
But I got that app on my phone that y'all got, even though I don't live in
But that's
even though I
okay.
don't live in Chicago. I still got that app and I got that alert.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
I got that alert.
Thank you so much, Queen.
All right.
Stay strong. All right. Bye-bye.
All
I
right.
think this
Okay.
Thank you. Dr. Sanders next, and we got Marcus and we got Erica. We're gonna end it with Erica. Hey, Doc.
Hey, God bless.
God bless.
Look, he is more.
Boy, I'm full.
Well,
Mm.
I know, man. I'm like 11 o'clock. Oh God. But anyway, they got in on the today. That's a blessing. People do expect a huge amount of support from churches, but let me be clear what the Lord's house is for. It's for you to get the word from the Lord. And if they have anything to help, then they contribute to help. Got some pastors from what I heard that did go down there. That's more than what you never know how many more will come. I know a lot of churches had a lot of things going on today. I do know that for a fact. But the word of God is what it is. That's what you go to church for. Like you go to school to learn how to obtain education. The church is a spiritual word, is what it gives you the understanding of your relationship with God. That's a blessing. Martin, as I shared with you earlier, I just want everyone to be aware of the control force that wants to kill our children. The FOP, I don't like them right now. I never really cared for them because of what they have done in the past. But if they're using, or any white supremacy group is using our black children to get back at what they did not want, that's what we should be buying the devil on. Because we should not allow our children to get back and, Brandon I want to make sure, these are things that keep our eyes and our ears open. It's like used as a target or used to be killed on us, and we act like it's our. Not to hear the young man, one of my best friends, somebody Lockman. Billy Lockman was a native from New York, the Bronx. Taught about New York lifestyle, But he also was an educated man of his son before he passed. But, we gotta pray for our children, keep our ears and our eyes open, that our kids are not killed prematurely before their time behind these racist groups, and what happened today, from what I heard, Martin said that it went well. And the gentleman said somebody wants to get it. It's always be a butthole in the middle of the group. It's always got to be one. So we gonna pray that the Lord touch that one.
Dr. Sanders. Dr. Sanders. You got me on earpiece or something?
Yes,
Because you fading in and out like I need to. I
don't have an earpiece.
Okay, it's not.
I'm right here. I have no earpiece on.
Okay, it sounds better. It's like.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I want to hear it clear. Okay, go ahead.
Are you able to hear me clear?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So we just keep our young people lifted up in prayer, and parents, talk to your children. One of my estheticians was telling me that her cousin's friend was one of the victims in last week's shooting. Be surprised. And that young man just went, not, just didn't really want to go, but just hung around to go with the friend. Know what's going on with them. Talk to them. Young people, don't just walk away, leave a school, and don't communicate with your parents. Ask them, hey, mom, hey, dad, hey, grandma, hey, grandpa, auntie, uncle, is it all right if I go to such so-and-so place? Ask the people to go. Don't sneak off and do something, and the possibility of you becoming a casualty could happen. So just communicate. Whatever's going on, reach out to your people. If you feel that you cannot communicate with your family, call Martin up. Reach out to any of the of us. We're available. We're not mean and man. We get along. If you're trying to figure things out, that's what we're here for. How can we say we love God, who we've not seen, and the people right here on this earth that we see every day, we can't have a conversation? So I want the young people to be encouraged. If you're going through something, reach out to us. Don't depend on the school system. We can't make the school system a mother to children. The only purpose is to obtain education. That's it. And follow through. That's really all, because most of the teachers are already dealing with trying to be disciplinarian. The young man talked about security guards. They won't allow you to carry no gun in CPS. I know that for a fact. Security only will check you at the door, and that's as far as they go. They make sure the building is safe. They make sure the classrooms are okay. But it's a lot of things that we need to address. We can't just throw everything on Brandon Johnson because he's not our God. Be careful to not move him in that position. He's a young man, a grown man that is having an opportunity to show us what he can do. Pray for him. Pray for him. Pray for him. If you don't like him, then don't pray for him. Keep it going. Yes, life will still go on. But Martin, thank you for taking the time. Marcus, you all are wonderful. Little Mama Erica, little Mama Boo Boo. You all are wonderful. But love one another. And young people, I'm going to close with saying this. If anybody, and I'm not racist, that offer you something to tear your city out, I want you to cry loud like the little boy that cried wolf. Let us know, hey, that white person told me to do this because they're going to give me this. Don't sell out and don't sell your soul. Let us know. because we can come in like a herd of cows and elephants and shut it down. Don't buy the crap, young people. Don't trade in your freedom for juvenile to transfer to the adult because of somebody else's guidance. We're here to help you. Don't be afraid. God bless you all.
Thank you, Dr. Santis. Thank you so much. Marcus Robinson. Marcus Robinson.
Yes.
Go ahead, brother. The show is yours right now. Wherever God tell you to
Well,
lead.
it ain't much I got to.
Yeah, you got a whole lot to say. Just get to once you
After
get talking.
hearing,
Go ahead.
I said, it ain't much I have to say right now, but to say, I hope that this will not be a once in a blue moon thing. They did it on a cold evening. Not many teens were out, I'm quite sure, because I was downtown earlier and left. But I hope they keep it up every weekend, and then we'll see if it's working. But these kids are smart, and for every location that they pick, they'll probably pick another location. And they are bold. They'll probably show up where they at. If they're going to do what they're going to do, they're going to do it in front of them. So basically, that's what I'm saying. I hope that they continue to do this. And if they continue to do this, it'll work. But I hope it don't be like some of the Laquan McDonald protests was. It get too cold, nobody show up. It get too hot, nobody show up. Or things are not going like they would normally go, and it dies down. I hope the fire don't die down. The energy of wanting to help the young people die down. Young people need to know that there are rules in our society that we all have to follow, whether we like them or not. We all have to follow these rules to keep order amongst us. If there were no stoplights or stop signs, a lot of people wouldn't make it home because people wouldn't stop to let the other traffic go by, right? Or the person cross the street, right? So there's law and order for a reason. And when you go downtown, respect authority, respect the property, even if you don't own it. Respect it, because it could be the business that hire you and change your life. Rather than going down there, destroying that business, respect that business, and respect downtown so we can all go down there and enjoy it. No one is saying that you shouldn't go down there. No one is saying that black teenagers should not go down there. But go down there and conduct yourselves, because you are a reflection of what your parents supposedly have taught you. And even if you don't have that perfect parent, you do have common sense. Exercise your common sense. Respect the property. Don't do things to get the police to chase after you, because that's a dangerous thing. You're flirting with death. So that's not fun. Respect our city. We live in a beautiful city, a great city. Respect it. Treat it nice, and don't let nobody else from outside come in here and disrespect it. Chicago belongs to you all just as much as it belongs to the rich elite. It belongs to the poor. You may not think it, but you can go get you a room. You can go get a room at a 5-star hotel. You can go to a 5-star restaurant. With the money that you pay on your weed or whatever else you waste your money on, you can treat yourself to a 5-star restaurant. But you cannot do this if you all are going down there acting ignorant. And I know that a lot of you all are smarter than that. You're smarter than what we were. So put it into practice. And if you don't like certain things, if you want better things in your neighborhood, then if you're going to go downtown to City Hall and take over them seats and sit there and let the people who are playing let's make a deal with your future look at you. And when they see you all young people sitting there watching them. They're going to create scenes for you. Go to Springfield. Go to the state capitol. See how it works. Sit in them seats and see how the lawmakers work. Get to know who your senators are. Get to know who your aldermen is.
What's the town?
Ma'am,
Go there.
one voice. Go ahead, Marcus.
Go there and learn who these people are and what they can do for you, because they work for you. And I'm talking to the teenagers that's in their last year of high school. You are role models for the ones behind you. There was a time when I came up, and I'm going to say it, I remember I cursed a 16-year-old, and this 16-year-old boy told me, I will whoop your behind. I was 12 years old. Now you got 12-year-olds whooping 16-year-olds because they haven't been taught to respect authority. Respect your elders, even if that person is 3 years or 4 years older than you. Respect them, because they've been on this earth longer than you, and they know what time it is. And they've been in the streets longer than you have. They know what's going on in the streets. So listen to the older people. And older people, I close with this, listen to the young people. If we start listening to each other, we'll come up with a solution.
Okay. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you. Erica. Erica.
Hey, Martin. What's up,
going
everyone?
on? Erica, how old are you?
Yeah, so
Erica, how old are you?
I am in my third.
You always
I'm
say
in my
that.
30s, 36.
Oh, you 30? Okay. I didn't think you was
Yeah.
that old. I didn't think you was that old, though. You're not old, but I didn't think,
Yeah.
okay. We've been having a
Yeah.
lot of young folks on here today. We had a lot of young folks coming over here.
Yeah. So I wanted to say, because of the young man that spoke earlier that was in his 30s, I'm a couple years older than him, but I'm in the same age group. So I definitely could relate to a lot of what he was saying, because I call ourselves the middle children, us millennials. We're not as young as the younger folks. Most of us ain't old enough to be their mamas or daddies, but we old enough to be, their big brothers and sisters. And we also not as old as the older folks, so it's like we in the middle. But I wanted to comment on a couple things. I actually took notes because I'm last and I didn't want to lose my train of thought. So on Marcus, I love you, Marcus. But one thing Marcus definitely brought up, I'm the resident political educator on the show. Something that we really need to do as Black people, especially when we encounter Black youth and the stories that Marcus tells about them saying they're going to whip his ass and stuff like that. There's something called unpacking. When you have experiences out here in our hood, there's things you have to unpack because you internalize certain things and it affects your worldview. And just like one of the things I said to police when I got a chance to do a little bit of political education was, y'all have to understand something. The type of job y'all do as police, y'all see Black people at our worst. That's the job you do. You don't get to see us when we're winning awards and getting scholarships. Y'all see us when we have a domestic dispute. Y'all see us when there's gun violence. So you go home in your suburb, you white person, and the only experience you really have with us is at our worst. So what you think that's going to be how you think about Black people? Same thing with us Black folks. If we've had experiences that are negative with Black youth, that's going to affect our worldview. So we got to unpack that stuff, y'all. And kind of help us to determine how we see them. Not that those experiences aren't real, but we can't let that be like the same way the police see us because they only see us at our worst. The second thing I wanted to get on, so Dr. Sanders, I love you so, Dr. Sanders, okay? Oh my God, I love you, Dr. Sanders, if you're still listening. But one thing Dr. Sanders said, and I'm speaking as a young person, I'm also speaking because Dr. Sanders spoke on the church and the role of the church. I am actually a converted Christian. I was an agnostic atheist. and I chose Christ in my 20s. And I didn't want nothing to do with religion before that. So I really want y'all to listen to me as a young person who decided to choose Christ. And one thing Dr. Sanders said was that the role of the church is really just like a school, like where you learn, and we shouldn't really expect, so much more. It's good if they help, and unfortunately, I don't usually disagree with Dr. Sanders, but Dr. Sanders, I got to disagree with you on that one. One of the biggest disheartening things for me that kept me from deciding to follow Christ for so long was the fact that the church never left the four walls. It seems like the church just had, like in the hood especially, the hood is all in chaos, but the church don't want to come outside. It just want to be an inside thing. And it was like, I thank God I attend St. Sabina now with Father Michael Flager, and we definitely practice that. We go outside the four walls. But I just wanted to add that like it is time for the church to rise up. We are supposed to be the hands and the feet of Jesus. And we can't do that if we just inside, preaching to the choir, do what I mean, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with, worship. I attend church regularly. But we got to start stepping outside, y'all. So what happened today I think was powerful, and it needs to set a precedent. My next note, let's see. Okay, so the woman that was on before Dr. Sanders that was speaking about how she disciplined her children and she was a mom of 15. So unfortunately, and I want to make this real clear, I'm the mother of a 3-year-old, so I'm not necessarily sitting here with a teenager. I'm literally raising the next generation, the new generation. But here's the thing, y'all. A lot of what we heard from that woman is what I like to call plantation parenting. And I'm not saying you shouldn't discipline your children. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not one of them. But at the same time, there are different ways to discipline our children. And unfortunately, it is really hurtful, disheartening for Black folks in particular when I hear us brag more about the type of beatings we gave our kids, and you rarely hear Black parents brag about how much they read to their kids. Real disheartening. That's plantation parenting. Beat them. Let me brag about how I beat them. And it's like, I get it. Sometimes they do need discipline. But we have to also understand that we can give our kids so much more. And I'm not saying white people are some model, because they not. But I was able to grow up around some white kids, and I'll tell you this, if they have a larger sense of agency as they grow. That's why they be leading the Parkland movement and the March for Our Lives, and they be speaking up. And then when I try to get our kids to speak up about gun violence, they act like they ain't got nothing to say. And I'm like, why are these white kids speaking up about one shooting that happened at their school, and y'all get shot at every day and ain't got nothing to say? And I started to realize it's because we don't really teach our Black children how to have a voice. We teach them how to shut the heck up. They get told to shut up and sit down at home. They get told to shut up and sit down at school. They get told to shut up and sit down everywhere they go. And then when it's time for them to speak up, like the work I do to get them to become organizers and affect change, they don't got nothing to say. They don't even know how to say it. And it's like I got to work against the sit down and shut up that they've been taught their whole lives. So we got to kind of maybe rethink some of that, y'all. I'm not saying don't discipline your kids, but we also have to understand that there's more to discipline than just beatings. And then last but not least, the young man who is in my age group who was talking about the money idea that he had. I don't know if he's still listening by now, but I wanted to lay something on y'all. So I know if y'all listened to the last call I was on, I told y'all I'm part Caribbean. My mother's from the Bahamas. She was an immigrant. She met my father, who is blackity black from the hood. So I'm also half Black American. But I'm about to tell y'all something real quick, Black folks on this call. And maybe I'm breaking some kind of rule as a Caribbean person, but I don't care because I'm mixed with Black and Black. So y'all about to hear it. So in Caribbean culture and in immigrant Black culture, there's something we have, which the young man spoke about, he probably don't even know exists. It's actually called an SO. So y'all know how y'all look at Black immigrants sometimes, and immigrants and be like, how they get all that? We've been here this whole time and they do that, Well, here's the thing. Black immigrants come here with a plan, and they come here with a network. And a part of that network is the ones that come before them, we have something called an ESO where people put money in. You put like a certain amount of money, depends on the size, and you pay it in every 2 weeks, like when you get paid or something. And then one person in the ESO gets the bank every month. And that's the money that they use to open these businesses y'all be seeing immigrants open. I'm sure the Latinos probably got something similar and the other immigrants too. But I'm giving y'all some Black immigrant secrets because we all Black and we need to start sharing this knowledge with each other instead of being divided. And so we then give the person in line gets the bank for that month, which is usually like $12,000, $15,000, depending on the size of the SO. That allows them to open up a business. And then the SO continues, and then it's the next person's turn. That's how they spread all these businesses, y'all, in the immigrant community. If the Black American community could actually learn that, this young man is absolutely right. But I just wanted him to know this already exists. It's just something that Black immigrants do. And then Black Americans look at it like, oh, they're getting all the perks. They're getting ahead of us. It's not that. It's just that Black immigrants trust each other, y'all. They trust each other. And Black Americans have been taught to distrust each other. And so we got to start working through that so that we can actually start to implement some of these African principles. And we can, just like the young man said, surely build businesses, pour into each other, and uplift each other. So those were my thoughts. Those were my notes. Thank you, Martin.
Thank you, Erica. I ain't even had to cut you off, Erica. Look, I ain't had to cut Erica off today, y'all. She been good.
I had notes. I kept it organized.
Okay, good. All right. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Tonight was an interesting night. We had a couple of young callers, and I feel proud. Maybe tomorrow I can solicit more to come on and so we can hear some of the ideas. Now, you know, that's take it light on them. You know, we like to put the hammer down on them. So let's take it light on the young people. Hopefully I can get them to call in tomorrow and express themselves. So we got to give them be a little patient when they talk, you know, like the young man got on today. He was talking a little slow. He was dragging, but you know, people are nervous and, you know, you don't want to be judged. So it is what it is. I didn't start off being like the way I'm being. You know, I was a little shy on some things, but you might not believe that, but it's the truth. So thank you, guys. This is Live Uncut. Thank you, Marcus, Dr. Sanders, Erica. Those are my regulars that always come over and support me. Appreciate it. And I want to thank all of my enemies. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you've learned something today and you can take it back to your camp and use it. So it may be a tool of a learning tool. Thank you. Help me keep my ratings up. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Martin G. Johnson at One Faith, One Fold. You just type in Martin G. Johnson there. And people, this is Live Uncut, Unedited. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth. You already know what the devil. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. And what? Tell the truth and shame the devil. Now, Erica, I don't know about you, but I love being Black. I love being Black.
Yes.
That's me. I love it. Listen. I didn't even have a decision in the matter. I couldn't tell God that I wanted my two parents. I couldn't tell God who could be my brothers and sisters. I couldn't tell God how long I want to live on. I didn't have none of that decision or what gender that I would be. But God, thank you for bringing me here. Thank you for breath. Thank you for a healthy mind, a clean and loving heart with no bitterness, no hatred, no strife, no envy, and no jealousy. Thank God for a pure heart. The Bible said, blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate you. Y'all already know what it is. I gotta go. You already know what it is.